Hello. Welcome to Double Strike Recap. Today, I'm gonna review a Korean action thriller movie from 2016, Fabricated City. Spoilers ahead.
The film starts with a fast-paced action sequence. The commander is trying to lead his team to defuse a bomb. The shooting escalates and the team member is in danger. The leader distracts the enemies and shoots them but also gets shot. He eventually dies. The film cuts to an internet cafe, where Kwon is revealed to be a gamer. He is the leader of the team. His friends tell him to go out with them, but Kwon has no money. He lies and says he has something to do. A phone rings right next to Kwon's seat. He picks up and a female voice says that she forgot her phone and she gave him her address to bring the phone in and says she will pay him for that. Kwon goes to her house. The door is open and he finds the girl taking a bath. She tells him to let her phone on her bed and take the money. That's waiting Kwon does so. Before he leaves he tells the girl she should not let her door open while she is in the bathroom. Kwon returns home and sleeps. The next morning, police agents kick his door down and arrest him under the charge of murder. He supposedly killed the girl who'd lost her phone. Mysteriously, a knife full of her blood is found in Kwon's house, and his fingerprints are found in the girl's house and on the murder weapon. His mother finds a lawyer for her son and he is taken to court where he is found guilty and sentenced to serve a lifetime. In prison, the news goes wild, and report that he is a killer who is addicted to video games and can't separate fantasy and equality. Kwon's first day in prison is tough. Everyone wants to get their hands on the fresh fish. He is taken in front of Matic, the inmate who controls the prison, blames him for the murder of the girl, but Kwon gets angry because he is innocent. He charges that the mob at the other inmates serve him a good beating. The guards take Kwon and he will spend 30 days in isolation. His punishment is over and his mother visits him with his lawyer Min. She tells him she is doing everything in her power to help him. Next, since Ma's gang won't leave Kwon alone and they beat him up every day. At lunchtime a man sits next to Kwon. Rumor has it he is a serial killer who tortures and kills his victims. He tells Kwon that he must have some experience in martial arts since he has lots of endurance and receives a beating. He gives Kwon some plant leaves to treat his wounds and tells him to use them. His knowledge and fight with Ma, he has already started making him uncomfortable. Kwon follows his advice and defeats Ma and his men. He has a visit from Min who hands him a paper to sign and tells him his mother passed away. Unfortunately, he can't attend her funeral. A fight breaks out in the prison yard and Ma tends to stab Kwon. Kwon cuts him first and then stabs himself in the belly area while he is being taken to the hospital by a police van. We see a flashback to the lunch table. The serial killer tells him that he has to hit the right spot or else it will all be for nothing. Kwon beats the policeman in the van and escapes. He manages to get to his hometown and visits the lawyer. He asked Min if he was able to find anyone who can give him an alibi, but they've had no luck yet. Min calls the police on Kwon and he has to escape again. Kwon researches his case on the internet, in his mail inbox, and some footage claims that he met the murdered girl on social media, and then they met in person in a club. They left the club together and the girl was found dead the next day in her bathroom. Kwon is contacted by a mysterious girl, Mr. Harry. She always uses her phone to talk to him even when they meet in person. She takes him to her base and prepares a meal. Soon 3 other guys join. They are introduced as young gurus, Demolition and Negative Space. Kwon knows who they are, the members of his Tactical Force gaming team, saying they gathered to help him. The other 2 members, Cover and Conceal, couldn't make it today. They also praised Mr. Harry for using her hacking skills to find Kwon. Mr. Harry has found some clues that Kwon's case has in common with some other murder cases. One of those clues is a large white truck which has been present in many murder cases. She traces that white truck and it belongs to a junkyard. Kwon and the young guru visit the junkyard and see 2 well-dressed men walking around and driving away in a black SUV. Kwon follows them to a house, and the 2 men carry something that looks like a large case. They load it in the SUV and drive back to the junkyard. At that house a team of people who are suited up in protective costumes is thoroughly cleaning the house. It seems like they are wiping the clues. The 2 men carry the case from the SUV to the truck and change the truck stickers, making it appear like a truck for frozen products. Young guru follows the truck. Kwon joins him and Song tells him these guys deliver the case in this building, but he knows nothing further. He tried to break in but he couldn't. The team devised a plan and they work together to execute it. The plan succeeds and Kwon gets into that building. While he walks around, Mr. Harry manipulates the cameras and replaces the footage so the cameras just show empty hallways. Kwon gets into an apartment that belongs to a rising movie star. He sees the case which was carried and delivered by those suspicious men and he opens it. The actor is tied up and dead in it. Kwon has to hide because a group of people comes into the room. They seem to know what they're doing and they are staging and framing the actor's death in a certain way. When they are done, Kwon comes out and looks at the dead actor. The viewer is taken through a mini camera that's installed on the television set and the person who is looking at it, he is Kwon's lawyer. The film presents a flashback in which we see that the lawyer is part of the organization that stages and frames murders. A woman comes to him and asks for his help. The actor has been killed indeed, but they need to frame it and blame it on someone else. Min comes up with a complete story. Around the actor, they find out everything about his life, and then proceed to blame his murder on an innocent woman. The work they do is detailed and precise with no room for errors and plays. After that, he makes a call and says he needs to get someone out of jail. Juan's team analyzes the fingerprints that were planted at the murder scene. They belong to the woman who is going to get the blame for the murder. They track her and install a bug on her phone to keep an eye on her. That woman receives a call from a female operator who tells her, someone has found her wallet. Quan recognizes that voice. This is the same female voice that called him some months ago to lure him murder scene of the innocent woman. Is going to get set up by Mr. Harry, who now trusts Quan, and tells him her real name is Yo. Traces the call center and they now know who the female voice belongs to. Quan follows that operator, and he is just ready to grab her, but she is saved by a biker and they ride off. Quan hunts them down with his car, but the police are now hunting Quan. Quan's car breaks down, but luckily the police vehicles are crashed and immobilized by a truck. However, Ma appears and knocks Quan out. Quan wakes up in a warehouse and he is held by Ma's men. Mr. Harry has called the police and she screams that she's being held hostage by Quan the fugitive. The police burst into the warehouse and interrupt Ma from cutting Quant. Quan gets a chance to escape. Mr. Harry picks him up with his car, and they drive away together. They realize that a GPS tracker has been installed in Quan's mother's necklace, which was given to him by Min. Ma speaks with Min, who tells him that he can earn his freedom if he kills Quan. Back at the base, Quan's team creates 2 drones and they fly them to spy on Min. They can listen to some very shady conversations, and they are sure he is hiding something. The team takes action and the first vandalizes the actor's murder scene. They want the fingerprints and mess up the DNA cues. Min orders the team to clean the scene and comes up with a new plan for the actor's murder, framing Quan and his team to get in the middle attack of the Min operatives. The chairman of the organization visits Min and is very angry at him because this job is getting delayed. Min's assistant is very worried, and this time Min tells her to relax. The actor's case is going to be settled. He switches the news to the reporters, saying that the actor's body was found dead in a motel, and the reporters can't be stopped by the police and they charge into the room. The chairman's daughter is found on the room's bed next to the actor's dead body. Quan calls Min and asks him if he liked his trick. He copied his methods to make this work. Min walks to the kitchenette to talk with An on the phone and laughs hysterically. He says he likes being challenged. For once his job has become dull. He mumbles, but Quan hangs up. He gets angry because he feels disrespected. Min looks at his secretary, who is unconscious in her office. Min runs to his secret womb, and Quan gets to him and pushes him into the womb. Quan teaches him a hard lesson. He sticks a USB to Min's server to copy the data. Min says it's going to take around 30 minutes because the serfs have lots of data on it, but Quan doesn't have that much time. Because Ma has seized his friends and he will kill them. Quan can't kill Min, because he's told Ma that if he doesn't call him in 15 minutes, he should immediately execute Quan team. Quan furiously drives back to his friends and can save them. They all get in his car and escape. Ma and his man are after him. The news report that Quan and his team are the murderers of the actor and they kidnap the chairman's daughter to frame her for the murder. Is an action-packed sequence that takes over at the end. Quan and Demolition are arrested by the police, while Mr. Harry is taken by Ma. Quan saves Mr. Harry and drops her off, then he drives to a TV station. To give himself up this whole time, Min has been so distracted that he has not noticed the USB drive is still connected to his server. The data transfer has been completed. Mr. Harry's copied the data at the car, bringing cover and concealment on the scene. They start a live broadcast and expose the truth. They reveal how Min manipulates the murders to frame innocent people and assist his high-profile rich clients to get away with murder. Min is arrested and he gets thrown in jail, where he comes face to face with Moss's unpleasant welcome. The innocent people are freed and the real criminals are arrested and sentenced. The film ends with Quan and his team eating together in a bright environment. Quan visualizes his mother, and a smile is formed on his face.
If you enjoy this video, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.